Tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 5, local fire agencies respond to a Pasco apartment complex in frigid temperatures to battle a fire. What we can tell you about the blaze. From wild to wicked to dangerous, 2023 was a year that set a record for billion-dollar disasters. So what are we looking at for 2024? We check in with NOAA. As the bitter cold settles over the Tri-Cities, we check in with people who are out working and working out despite the temperature. So just how long will this cold snap last, and will the stormy weather stay south of our region? Stacey Lee has your full forecast coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling. Bone-chilling cold has settled over our region, but it looks like that precipitation may stay mostly south. So how long will it last? Stacey Lee joins us with your First Alert weather forecast.
And good Friday evening to you. Very, very cold temperatures. You're feeling those now. We could see wind chills as low as -20 over the next couple of nights. Lowland snow coming to northeastern Oregon mainly tomorrow. And then we're going to see a big dump on the Oregon Cascades, 1 to 2 feet with blizzard-like conditions. A very slow warm up into next week. Here's all of our winter weather advisories and warnings. We've got dangerous wind chill, 2 to 3 inches possible in the lower elevations tomorrow afternoon. Another 5 to 16 inches possible in the blues with wind chills again, -20 at times. Going to be very cold through the Columbia Basin and all through our region. So just be prepared for that cold weather. Here's what those overnight lows look like tonight. -3 overnight in Walla Walla, 2 degrees in Tri-Cities, -2 in Yakima, and that doesn't even count the wind chill factor. So bundle up, stay warm. I'll get to more details on what's coming our way this weekend in my full weather forecast. Back to you.
Thank you, Stacey. Fire crews from Pasco and Franklin County were called to an apartment fire in Pasco this afternoon. It happened at the Camden Place Apartments on the 1900 block of J Street. The call for help came in just before 11:30 a.m. after smoke and flames were seen coming from the building. Fire crews from the Pasco Fire Department and Franklin County Fire District 3 responded. The Pasco Police Department helped shut down streets around the complex as the crews worked. At this time, the cause of the fire is not known. We'll continue to update you at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Funeral arrangements have been announced for a Walla Walla firefighter who died while on duty last weekend. The memorial service for 41-year-old Ryan Pleasance will be at the Walla Walla Community College Dietrich Dome on January 27th. The service is open to the public and will start at 1 p.m. A private family service for close friends and family will be on January 24th. According to information released by the city of Walla Walla, Pleasance died of a heart condition on Sunday while on duty at Walla Walla Fire Station 1 Sunday morning. He had served with the department for 20 years. You can find information on a GoFundMe for his family at applevalleyNewsNow.com. The names of the officers involved in the shooting death of a man in Quincy have been released. Officer Michael Cavalve has been a member of the Quincy Police Department since 2017. He's assigned to the Patrol Division and is a firearms instructor. He's also a member of the Moses Lake Regional Tactical Response Team. Officer Kyle Talley has been a member of the Quincy Police Department since 2019 and is also assigned to the Patrol Division. He's a Department Defense instructor and specializes in jiu-jitsu. The officers responded to the Jackpot Food Mart Monday night for a report of a disturbance. At some point, one of the officers was apparently stabbed in the arm and shoulder. 24-year-old Jose Rico Flores of Quincy was shot and killed at the scene. The Central Basin Investigative Team has taken over the investigation at this time. Well, the cold weather caused some schools and businesses to close up for the day, but there are some professions that have to work through it. Despite the cold weather, those whose offices are the outdoors, like construction workers, continued on. With negative temperature wind chills, workers have to take extra precautions to keep frostbite from settling in. Workers we spoke to say they have ways to try and beat the cold.
Yeah, we have a heated job trailer. People go in their cars and warm up, so we don't push anyone past their limits. If they need to go warm up, they need to go warm up.
Just my handy dandy space heater. And I'll close, if it's like a big order, I'll close the window in between. Just to give myself a little bit of a break from the cold.
Some work can't be done in the cold. Our construction worker says laying cement is delayed until the weather warms up. The Tri-Cities Animal Shelter is reminding pet owners to take extra precautions with their furry friends in these extreme temperatures. The shelter says pets, especially those that are outside, should have a proper shelter from the elements, such as a doghouse or small shelter. You should line that shelter with straw, not hay, for bedding. This will insulate the area and keep them warm. Make sure their food and water doesn't freeze, and use non-toxic, pet-friendly ice melt on sidewalks and other areas they usually walk. You should also wipe their paws, legs, and bellies after they've been outside. For this information and much more, including warming shelters, preparing with the 4 Ps, using space heaters, and a winter survival kit, go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com and click on our winter weather survival guide. From wild winds to extreme snow, thunderstorm threats to dangerous cold, all 50 states are under some kind of weather alert today, according to the National Weather Service. But as 2024 gets off to a rocky start, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is looking back at the weather and climate damage done in 2023, releasing its lists of billion-dollar disasters. Gloria Pazmino takes a look at the historic year and what we can expect in the year ahead.
Severe storms, floods, tropical cyclones, tornado outbreaks, a winter storm, a massive wildfire, an extreme heat wave. In all, NOAA tallied 28 separate natural disasters that each cost $1 billion in damage or more during 2023, the most in 1 year since the agency began keeping track in 1980.
The cumulative cost was $93 billion, and unfortunately, it took 492 lives.
Of all the disasters to strike in 2023, it was last summer's heat wave and drought in the central and southern U.S. that was the most costly.
That was a $14.5 billion event. A lot of the damage was due to the agriculture, so crops, livestock costs increased, but also the Mississippi River. This was the second year in a row that the lower Mississippi River has had a low river flow, which reduces the amount of cargo that can go up and down the river.
It isn't just the physical damage to buildings and infrastructure that make these disasters so expensive. It's also lost time.
When businesses are shut down for weeks or months after a flood event or after a tornado outbreak, some of these different sector impacts are hidden, but we end up paying for them anyway.
And new federal data released Friday confirms earlier reports. 2023 was the world's hottest year on record by far.
A lot of people are looking at El Nino and viewing as 2024 could be kind of more of the same. So more heat, more extremes.
So far this year, in the last week, we have seen destructive tornadoes, devastating floods, and snowfall that has triggered avalanches. The economy has also been affected. One way is through travel, as all of this weather causes flight delays and affects the movement of goods across the country. Well, the 2024 Republican presidential contenders say they are concerned about the dangerously frigid weather that will confront Iowans as they head to the polls on caucus day. Iowa is expected to have wind chills as low as -40 degrees Monday as the caucus gets underway. The winter weather has caused some of the candidates to cancel planned campaign events, working to reach caucus goers through virtual meetings and news ads instead during this crucial time in the campaign. Some areas are going to be facing blizzard conditions, which could affect some voter turnout.
So many of Iowa's precinct caucuses are held in rural areas across the state that making sure that participants can actually get to their caucuses, that's a tall order in some small towns, and particularly on rural roadways.
Some of the candidates are looking at the positive spin, saying they don't believe the cold weather will be able to keep people from making their voices heard. The clock is ticking
for Congress to avoid
a possible government shutdown. A major announcement made today by Speaker Mike Johnson, a top-line spending agreement that he made with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer on Sunday remains in place. The Biden administration says they feel confident Congress will work together and come to an agreement. In the meantime, preparations for a partial government shutdown still have to happen. Standard shutdown guidance will be circulated today. In your headlines around the world, the United States and United Kingdom launched missile attacks targeting Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. Houthi rebels have been launching drones and missiles at commercial shipping vessels in the Red Sea for the last few weeks. President Biden says the strikes included command centers, launching systems, and other military installations. 5 people were killed. Officials say the battle with the Houthi has rattled the energy markets, sending oil prices sharply higher. U.S. crude climbed as much as 4.5% barrel this morning. In your business headlines, if you're traveling today, expect some headaches at the airport. According to tracking site FlightAware, more than 2,000 flights were canceled this morning. That's the highest number since July of last year. A winter storm pounding the Midwest is causing most of the cancellations, as well as the grounding of the 737 MAX 9 planes amid safety concerns. Citigroup says it will lay off 20,000 employees over the next 2 years as part of a sweeping reorganization. The staffing reduction comes as the company reports a $1.8 billion net loss for the fourth quarter of 2023. That's its worst quarter in 15 years. The bank expects the layoffs to save $2.5 billion. And a trip to the grocery store isn't causing as much damage to your wallet. According to the latest Consumer Price Index, food prices rose just 1.3% for the year ending in December. That's a major turnaround from the nearly 12% increase in December 2022. In specific categories, eggs and ham prices went up the most in December. Fats, oils, peanut butter products, and raw beef steak also saw increases. Meanwhile, overall prices for many fresh fruits and vegetables dropped. In the dairy aisle, butter, milk, and cheese also saw declines. Housing affordability is still slipping out of reach for many Americans with high interest rates and high home prices. Nonprofit First Story partners with Hayden Homes is bringing its first affordable homeownership opportunity to Benton City. These are clips from October when a family received the keys to a First Story program in Grandview. Mid-Columbia families are encouraged to apply for the opportunity to receive a zero down, zero interest 30-year mortgage. It's going to be a newly built 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in the new Hayden Homes River North community in Benton City, with all the goodies included. Claire Duncan, executive director of First Story, says for some families it's an opportunity they may never get.
We have a lot of families that are working hard in our community and have the ability to make a monthly payment, but for whatever reason, saving 20% and then with interest rates being now over 6%, that's just putting the opportunity out of reach for so many families.
Duncan explains to be eligible to apply, applicants have to meet the following requirements: no negative credit accounts or items in collections, live or work in the Greater Tri-Cities area, U.S. citizen or a permanent resident alien status, first-time home buyer, and a gross household income between $59,000 and $79,000. The home will be ready in the fall, and the family selected will be invited to participate in a summertime wall raising and the dedication ceremony in the fall. The application is open now, and you can find the link on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Straight ahead, Stacey Lee has your full forecast, but first, we recently told you about seasonal affective disorder and how there are tools you can use to get back to feeling better. But know that you may not be alone, especially in the Pacific Northwest. We'll be right back.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Stan, where's Alice? She's supposed to stay with us.
Oh, shoot. Where could she?
Hey, everybody. I'm Alice. I'm new here. The new zipline ride looks so fun. You go back and forth. Awesome.
And we've lost control of the Alice situation.
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
I mean, she's a natural spokosaur who isn't tempted to eat anyone. You know, 'cause she's an herbivore.
It's Walker's Furniture's 4-day holiday clearance, where we offer some of our biggest savings of the year. On many items up to 70% off. or receive 0% interest financing until 2029 with no down payment and no minimum purchase.
So you can get that new furniture you've been wanting at 4-day clearance prices today through this Monday at Walker's.
Another year in the rear view. We take a moment to remember the winding roads on our way to carving up snow peaks, the rush to their games and family fun, last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes, your favorite people in the passenger seat for game nights and tailgates, and all the journeys and memories that came between. Here is to gearing up for the roads ahead. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
A commonly prescribed pill for the treatment of asthma symptoms carries some potentially dangerous side effects. An asthma specialist with UW Medicine says it's important that users know the risks. The medication, Montelukast, also known by the brand name Singulair, carries the risk of possible neuropsychiatric side effects.
Some people who are prescribed this drug have noticed increased events that they've had abnormal behavior. They're not sleeping as well at night, they have increased symptoms of depression, anxiety, and even in some cases, patients have had kind of suicidal thoughts. And to every patient, I will tell them, I want you to keep a very close eye out for if you're feeling that you're just not yourself and you feel like you're off. That's a risk of being on this medicine.
Dr. Ryan Murphy says patients and their primary care doctors should compare the risks to the benefits to decide if the medication is a good fit. A new study shows that the state of Washington may have more people struggling with SAD, or seasonal affective disorder. With just 14 clear days on average over autumn and winter, Washington has the least number of clear days and landed in the number 3 spot on the list of states that could see more of this disorder. According to the American Psychiatric Association, seasonal affective disorder is a form of depression that has been linked to an imbalance in the brain caused by shorter days and less sunlight. The top spot belonged to the state of Alaska. Find ways to combat SAD at applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And here we go. That sub-zero weather is here. It's all coming down from Canada. That jet stream spilling right over us, heading off to the east, the entire state of Montana. And eventually, that's going to continue to move to the south, even more so tomorrow. Look at all the way down into Texas. We could see record low temperatures across the state of Montana, and we stay very, very cold. Now, the bummer is this cold weather is going to be sticking around for several days. We could see wind chills down to -20 overnight. Some areas even colder than that, believe it or not. We're looking at 2 to 3 inches of potential snow in the lower elevations, Hermiston, Pendleton, out in this region, maybe even foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla area. Up in the mountains, however, we're looking for another 5 to 16 inches in the southern Blue Mountains of Oregon, plus those strong gusty winds. Now, the winds will decrease eventually overnight, but again, very active, dangerous weather in the forecast region. Let's take a look at our storm for tomorrow. It's going to be mainly impacting the Oregon Cascade Mountains pretty heavily, and even an ice storm for the Portland area. So travel conditions not good across Oregon tomorrow. And eventually that system will start to move further into the south, into the Sierra Nevadas. Let's time out our storm more locally, though, and show you what's going on. Mainly clear skies, just very cold outside. And here comes that system tomorrow afternoon. You'll start to see it come through the Columbia River Gorge. If you have any plans to head towards the Portland area, just be aware that this is pretty big. We'll see lots of snow coming through the area. It appears appears to be hanging just south of Hermiston and Pendleton, and this is where we could see 2 to 4 inches of lower elevation snow. Those Blue Mountains, though, are going to pick up that brunt of that snow tomorrow. That guy's going to move on out. Things will start to calm slightly, but we will see some breezy and gusty winds tomorrow afternoon as well, along with these really cold temperatures. So get ready for a bitterly cold day on Saturday. Here's when we'll see those winds start to pick up. Not bad, but they're all coming down from the north. So very, very cold conditions and treacherous travel through the Columbia River Gorge on Saturday. So be careful. Here's our temperature trend. Again, average is 41 this time of year. We're in the teens. We're going to start to eventually warm up as we get into next week. Very cold again. Yakima, well below the average there as well. Getting up, rising up on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Here's our overnight lows for tonight. -3 Walla Walla, -8 in Dayton, -6 in Pendleton. Very, very cold. Haven't seen temperatures like this in quite some time. All right, let's plan your day for tomorrow now. We are showing a little bit of snow on our graphic here. It's a very slight chance of it, but it could happen. We have mostly sunny skies for most of the day. Those clouds will start to increase in the afternoon as that system starts to come up from the south, and there is about a 20 or 30% chance of some lower elevation snow for Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, and Yakima. I am convinced it'll be more towards the Walla Walla area. So the thing is you got to keep yourself bundled up tonight. No exposed skin. You can get frostbite in these conditions in as little as 20 to 30 minutes outdoors. So again, be safe, stay warm, and stick around. I've got more details on the way.
Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, the region has several ways to honor Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We check in with one organization hoping to keep the Reverend's spirit alive by serving others. We'll be right back after this.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Tonight, tracking the cross-country storm, plus the wars in Gaza and Ukraine, and growing conflicts in the Middle East. With so much at stake, more Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
I am lucky to meet so many amazing women, and I hope they feel lucky to meet me. I'm ready.
He's a hunk, sweetie. Chef's kiss.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh my God.
He's insane. I was mesmerized.
I'm obsessed. Oh my God.
I'm still just Joey.
He is so handsome.
Spin, win, and land on something huge at Wild Horse Resort and Casino in the $150,000 Mega Spin Extravaganza. Use your Club Wild card to earn entries every day. Then join us every Friday and Saturday when we'll call winners to spin the Mega Wheel and take home up to $16,000 in cash and free play. Mega Spin prizes increase until someone lands on it. Will you win the biggest one? Start earning entries today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
It's that time again.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds on brand name mattress sets.
All remaining models from last year's inventory are on sale.
Here's your chance to get a comfortable, great night's sleep at up to 60% off.
Don't hesitate, or else you'll have to wait another year to take advantage of these incredible savings.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Get extra savings this holiday weekend at More Furniture during our massive New Year's sale. We're celebrating all weekend long with incredible values on furniture and mattresses store-wide. Your home deserves a fresh start for 2024, and we've got everything you need during the New Year's sale at More Furniture. Visit your local showroom or morefurniture.com to preview all sales specials.
Welcome back. A local chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority is working to keep the unhoused population warm through an MLK Day of Service event on Monday. This will be the second Warm Their Souls event the group has held, collecting socks for the Tri-City Union Gospel Mission. The group will be collecting new socks for men, women, and children at Columbia Center Mall in Kennewick between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday.
Last year we set the goal at 500 because it was our first time around. So we set the goal at 500 and we surpassed that goal. We collected 1,044 pairs last year. So we decided, why not? Why not increase the goal? So we increased the goal to 1,500. Not only did we increase the goal, but we increased our service area.
The sorority has collection boxes in Spokane and Pullman and will be also collecting socks at the Martin Luther King Day of Service at Columbia Basin College Monday evening. You're watching Apple Valley News Now. We'll be right back.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Family memories are made at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. And I love the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our Turbo Shot adjustable nozzle, absolutely free. This is an exclusive advanced release of our 2024 edition Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-616-7249 or visit copperbullethose.com. So call 1-800-616-7249 now.
Monday, NFL Super Wildcard Weekend wraps up as Philadelphia battles Tampa Bay live from Tampa. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now Prime Time, Monday starting at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy New Year.
Less than a week after losing in the national championship game, University of Washington's coach Kalen DeBoer is parting ways with the organization. DeBoer is headed to the University of Alabama, where he will replace head coach Nick Saban, who announced his retirement earlier this week. The news was reported by ESPN's Pete Thamel, who says the Huskies made a push to keep DeBoer, offering to double his salary of $4.2 million. DeBoer spent 2 years at UW, leading them to a nearly undefeated season this year. Here's Stacey Lee now with a look at your forecast.
And one final look at your weather. Let's look at the 7-day forecast. We're going to keep those alert days up there because of the dangerously cold temperatures. Overnight lows, Walla Walla -3 in Hermiston, very, very cold. Potential of snow. Hermiston may see some tomorrow, maybe Walla Walla, more than likely Hermiston and Pendleton. Look at those cold temperatures on Saturday, and then look at those temperatures rising as we get toward the end of next week. Here's what it looks like for Tri-Cities and Yakima. Again, those alert days staying solid through Tuesday due to these very cold temperatures. So bundle up, try to stay warm. Look at that -2 tonight in Yakima. Not envying that. So stay safe, stay warm, and have a great weekend.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next. Apple Valley News Now is back tonight at 6. And you can find the latest anytime on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.